Hello, this is Dr. August Dunning. I do these nifty little talks on dry fasting. And today I'm going to talk about some of the questions people have had about kidney stress during dry fasts. And really what it does is not stress the kidney. You're going to be urinating normally, but you'll notice there's no bubbling in the urine, which means there's not a lot of protein being digested. Okay, like your body, for instance. You know, the thing about dry fasting is it prevents gluconeogenesis. It prevents your own body being ground up into ketogenic amino acids like alanine to support ketosis and ketones. So yeah, when you're just doing a dry fast, your muscles protected, you're tapping your fat. It has nothing to do with kidney function except cleaning it out, flushing it out, and finally doing something you can't do. It doesn't work with water fasting or water dieting, as I like to call it. It only works if you dry fast and take the stress off your kidneys. I mean, kidneys are very interesting. They have these little teeny weeny tubules inside the filtration system that are very important for releasing erythropoietin, for instance, when you're given blood. But they're also designed to break down and extract proteins. And that's why it's really bad if you don't have enough salt in your diet, because you need sodium to control sodium in the tissue and to make the kidneys work correctly. In fact, if you have a little too much sodium, your kidneys just pee it out. But if you don't have enough sodium, the kidneys turn to proteins, not digesting those. And it's really not healthy for kidneys. It's really not at all. So the idea that kidneys hurt you during a dry fast or it's going to hurt your kidneys is completely false. Your body makes water every day in every cell. Every cell in the tubes that filtrate in the kidneys also have the production of water because they also have mitochondria and they make ATP and they make water too. So the idea here is you're not going to suffer your kidneys for anything. That's why you keep peeing in a dry fast. The water has to come from someplace, and the Russians call this the water of life because it's the water that your body naturally makes, and everybody does it 24 hours a day, not just when you're dry fasting. But it's really full force when you're dry fasting because during that period of time, you're drawing on the cells to make your water. The water is structured water. It floods the cells from the inside out, which flushes the toxins out of the cell into the intercellular matrix, which is why you have to exercise and walk, because that's the only pump for the lymphatic system. So really, dry fasting is completely safe for the kidneys and really helpful on them because it gives them time to regenerate. It also stimulates stem cells, which the kidneys also need for regenerating their tissue. You know, we have this problem throughout the entire body. I talk about it in this book coming up, Return to Youth, that kidneys, like any other organ, need to regenerate themselves, but they also have iron loading happening all the time, all through life. So getting rid of iron is a really important thing, and that's the thing. If you want to regenerate your kidneys, you might want to do the Fisetin hit and run, because what Fisetin does, it gets rid of senescent cells, and senescent cells are caused by iron loading. You're going to see a lot of new things in this next book, but that's kind of the cool thing about it. One of the reasons I do a Fisetin hit and run before I do a dry fast is because it gets rid of a lot of senescent cells. So you don't have that burden to get rid of while you're dry fasting. You've just gotten rid of it pre-fast. But it also has some other remarkable qualities, like erectile dysfunction. You want your testosterone to get back up? Do the hit and run, man. I had a woman that did the hit and run system and all of her estrogen levels came up again. I mean, it's because it kills the senescent cells. The senescent cells have these SASPs, these secretory phenotypes that are very, very damaging and inflammatory and damage adjacent cells. So even if you don't have new senescent cells yet, you probably will in organs like the kidney. So it's a good idea to do the Fisetin. This is the one I use, and you just take 6 pills for 5 days, that's 30 pills, and you do a hit and run, and then you don't do a thing for a month or two. You don't do any more of it. But you can do it pre-fast, and that takes the burden off your body to get rid of senescent cells during the fast, which it naturally does. But it just kind of improves the ability of your body to heal other things. Anyway, that's the message today. Don't worry about your kidneys, they'll be fine. And you don't have anything to worry about doing a dry fast, except maybe the boredom. But again, I'm not monetizing these these videos, so please hit the like button, leave a comment, help my algorithm to get more of this stuff around to people. And subscribe if you haven't yet. If you're new here, go down below and look at all the videos. A lot of your questions may be answered already in those ones, but again, post some new questions for me to answer, post some new problems for me to describe, and if you get a chance, leave a message and leave a post about your success in dry fasting. It may be what others have needed to think, you know, if they can do it, well, so can I. And help out the channel, help out your friends, and share the book, The Phoenix Protocol. It's the gift of life in many ways. Anyway, that's it for the day, and I will see you later. It's pretty rough out there. God, the water's pretty. Anyway, see ya.
Yes?
We have a message. Can you remind people to subscribe, please, sir?
What now?
Please.
Oh, very well.